All right, welcome back to Talking Circles podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Rust, and here's my side piece once again, Kyle Masters. How's it going?
Man, it's going great. How are you?
Good, good. Um, you gonna do anything with that trash can back there, or is that just gonna keep piling up week after week? I mean, it's
No,
looking like a real dump back there.
nope, not doing anything about it. That's not my job.
Understandable. Well, since that's not your job, let's get into something that is. Uh, the fuel people's jobs, the people who make everybody go faster on the track, Chemstream Race Fuels, one of our good
Chemstream race
sponsors.
fuels go
Yeah.
fast.
Oh yeah. Use Chemstream, go fast. So I personally use Chemstream. I'm working on the going fast part, but that's not the fueling problem. That's the driver issue. So, but yeah,
And
okay, thank.
Chemstream has everything from fuels for your lawnmower to your race car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, what if I want to race both of them?
I don't think that's possible.
Well,
I mean,
we'll
it could
figure it
be.
out. Yeah. Well, speaking of lawnmowers, though, I don't know if you know who our other sponsor is, but it's ACT Tire and Auto. They provide everything from your auto repair to even lawnmowers, weed eaters, and all that. They sell a great line of lawnmowers there, by the way. And it's called Ferris Commercial Mowers. I'm on the market for a new mower here soon. I may have to go check out what they got. Some of those Ferris mowers look super nice. Now, how's your barbecue dad game going with the mowers?
I live in a camper.
Well, never
I don't
mind.
have a lawn. But if I did, I would definitely go and buy myself a Ferris mower.
Good. Yeah. Damn right, son. So,
Yes.
anyways, check them out. ACT Tire Auto, Ferris Mowers, and Chemstream Race Fuels. Use Chemstream, go
Go
fast.
fast.
Now, without further ado, we have a special guest, Keith Kunz, motorsports driver. She has come to the ranks. She's won a Golden Driller. She's only 20 and she's starting her pavement career this year in some super late models. We have a Miss Kaylee Bryson on today.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that.
Oh, yes.
Not only is Kaylee racing pavement stuff now, she's winning in the pavement series.
Yeah.
Like she's only raced like 5 races, and I think she's already won like 3 times.
Yeah. 2 or 3 times. And well, that's pretty much unbelievable. So without further ado,
Let's get her on.
Kaylee Bryson.
Oh,
Kaylee
yeah.
Bryson, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Great. I want to talk about the driller. How old were you and what class were you running in whenever you won that Golden Driller? And that's kind of seems like that was that was probably your biggest win in your career, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. It for sure was. So I was running my Sawyer chassis. It was 2015. And I think I was 15 years old whenever I won that. And it was the restrictor class. And that was my last year in restrictor. And then I moved up to A class. So that win was like huge for me. That kind of just like set the pace, like, okay, we can do this. So let's keep winning races. So that was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Now, growing up, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, where you're from and stuff, and how you got started into racing. Who got you started?
Okay, so I'm from Muskogee, Oklahoma. I was born and raised, grew up there. I still live there. And so I was probably 9 years old whenever I got a call from my grandpa, and he's like, hey, we got these go-karts. We're going to go play like in the mud. You want to come run one? And I was like, well, heck yeah. Like I didn't even know what racing was at that point. And so we started having fun with those. We just do it for fun. And like, we were like really good for some reason. Like we won a lot of races and we were just out there for fun. We didn't know what we were doing. So that kind of started the whole racing thing in the family, because like I didn't really have any generations above me do it. It was just completely random. So it's super cool to say that I got in just by accident, really, because we were just going to do it for fun. So it really turned into something big.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, when you say your grandfather, many may know him. Now, what's his name?
Yeah.
And
Mike Ross.
Mike Ross.
Yeah.
Now he's big in the micro scene. I came in the micro scene about 2015, about the time you won your driller and stuff. And I remember seeing that big Sawyer trailer show up at Southern Illinois Raceway during the High Banks Hustle and stuff. So
yeah, that was pretty cool. He owns him and my grandma, they own a Sawyer chassis, and they owned Port City Raceway, and they do a lot of the track prep still. So he's kind of got his name out there a lot now.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Sick.
So he still
Yeah.
dabbles with Port City then.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Because the video I just watched from last week at Port City, I seen you were there.
Yeah.
That track looked awesome. It was up on the
Oh, yeah.
wall. The bottom line
Yeah.
is fast, and the track. I mean, it's continued to impress me.
Yeah.
Year in and year out. I haven't made it down there yet, but I do have plans to go down there hopefully sometime this year. So, Kyle, you got anything to feed off that? I know you wanted to ask something about.
Yeah. So like whenever you first start, so you're in go-karts, what kind of chassis did you guys have? Do you remember?
Heck no, I don't even think it was like anything special. Like we got these cars, like I think mine was like a purple frame. It was just goofy looking, like it was just something completely random. And we didn't start getting into like chassis until like my grandpa got Sawyer chassis. And then that's when we got serious into what we were running, and not just some crazy thing we bought from guy at Walmart.
I got you. So you were basically like into Sawyer chassis from the get-go whenever you got on your micros.
Yeah.
I got you. Right on. Very cool.
Cool. Do you remember, I guess, being from Oklahoma, what the first track you've ever went to, and what was racing there at the time that you recall? I know you said you just jumped just into go-karts and kind of.
So whenever I was in go-karts, I used to race in Haskell, and I would race at a track called 3D Raceway. And after that, we switched to micros. And my first race was at Port City Raceway. And I went out there and I drove it like a go-kart, and I didn't let off. I was in a restrictor car. I didn't let off, and I did a couple laps, like just full speed, until I like eventually crashed into the wall and wrecked myself, broke the car. Like it was a disaster. And I was like mad, like, because I was like, why can't you guys fix the car? Y'all used to always be able to fix it if I wrecked. And I was like, I want to go back out. And they're like, we have to build another car. It's broken. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Destroyed it.
For sure.
What year was your first race at Port City? You remember?
I want to say I was 11 years old, and we were going to run junior sprints, but we were like, no, we're just going to just jump in the restrictor class. And I did like 3 races in restrictor, and then I tried 1 race in a junior sprint and I won. So we were like, okay, so we're just going to stick to restrictor. And I think that was, I want to say 2011.
Okay. I know Port City around then, even still today, it's stacked every single weekend.
Yeah,
so
it
to go
is.
out
There's
even in the restrictors, how many you guys probably had a full field of restrictors then, didn't you?
Yeah. Like there was a lot of good guys I raced with. You know, like I would weekly race with like people like Jason McDougal, and just like I'd race against like Frank Flood, like a lot of the good people that just made me a better driver, racing with them just growing up like that.
Yeah, it seems like the talent coming out of Oklahoma is just I mean, it's like it's crazy.
Yeah. For sure.
You really got to have your game when you're racing with them.
Yeah. They don't cut you any slack either. It's you got to race hard every weekend with them.
No, I understand. 100%.
Yeah, no, I'm racing with turds up here in Illinois. I can only imagine what it's like down in Oklahoma. But no, it's good competition everywhere. You know that when you come up to Marion and stuff and race at the high banks and whatnot. Now, growing up, did you have any siblings growing up? If so, did they race at all?
I have a little sister, and we are complete opposites. So we tried to put her in a race car. She hated it. She doesn't want anything to do with going to the races. She doesn't even like to go watch. So we were definitely complete opposites in that aspect.
Well, yeah, that's not too bad then. I guess that's let your parents stress out, their stress level go down a little bit, not having both of you in a race car, because I know mine hated it, but that's something that I always wanted to do, and that was no telling me no at that point once I got one.
For sure.
That's pretty awesome.
A little bit cheaper on your family too.
Yeah,
exactly. Thank you. So okay, so I noticed one thing about you as well, your passion and stuff to racing, how dedicated you are to it, and especially how far you've come. You've always surrounded yourself around the people who help you succeed and stuff. And I've seen you're getting like real into as far as like keeping yourself in physically in shape and mentally in shape. What's your weekly routine like leading up to race weekends?
So normally like just a normal week for me, most of the time, like this is weird for me to be back in Oklahoma right now, just like I'm not anywhere. So it's like kind of an off week. So normally I'll start my morning, I'll go to the gym, I'll try and eat healthy food. Like I'll just like, I don't know, I do a lot of journaling too. And like a lot of times like I'll write like, racing, like what I want to do, like how I felt on the last race, my car, like how everything is. Like I'll just write everything that goes on in my head on a little notebook. And I think that helps me with a lot. Just, going back over like a race or something, I can think, okay, I messed up here. And like, I can go back and read it and figure out what I did, what I can do better. I just do a lot of stuff like that. And like, I'll hit up the gym just to be in physical shape, because Pavement is insane with how many laps they run. I don't know. I had to run 150 laps, and like, I was like, holy smokes. Like the most I run in dirt is like 30. So I was like, okay, so I really need to up my game in this cardio stuff, because I do not want to just fall out at the end of the race. So I was pretty good. I had one 150 lap race and I wasn't tired at all. Like I had a water bottle in my car. So I was pretty good in that aspect. So I just want to keep my, I just want to keep my physical fitness up for sure.
I was gonna say, you weren't tired at all. Didn't you pick off a win already this year in the Pavement car?
2.
Right
2.
Yeah.
And how many have you been in?
5, I think.
Okay, that's a pretty good percentage.
Yeah.
So the transition from dirt to Pavement is working out pretty well for you then, it seems like.
Yeah, it's really interesting to me. I actually enjoy it a lot more than I thought I would. I thought I was like,
Really?
man, like before I used to believe like Pavement's only for getting to the dirt track. Like it's not for racing. And once I started racing on it, I just kind of got a different aspect, and I just fell in love with it, honestly.
Okay, so I mean, on that note, I mean, you're doing a little bit more Pavement late model racing and stuff. Like, what's your plans for the future then? I mean,
so
do you see yourself in a truck series race anytime soon?
I don't know about anytime soon, but I for sure see that in the future as a possibility. It's definitely one of my goals, is to just keep moving up, keep getting better.
Cool. Take note, Kyle. We may have a future NASCAR star that we're interviewing
awesome.
right now. So
that's great. Hey, Kaylee, cool. on that real quick. So whenever you're running your Pavement car, we're like, so you said you run 5 races so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
What tracks have you ran? Like, are you running basically kind of like the same local series,
so,
or like what's going on?
So I've been to a couple different tracks. I've been to South Sound, is where I got 2 of my wins. We've been there twice. Yeah, twice. And then we've been to a track called Evergreen, and it was kind of a bigger track, but it was like a demolition derby, because everyone there wanted to take everybody out, and it was just like, it was impressive if you could finish the race, because I don't know what the deal was with that track, but that was Evergreen. And then we went to I believe it was Wenatchee Super Valley Oval. That one was super cool. I raced a super pro late model, but I just used the super tires, and I didn't use like the big super motor. I just used my stock motor. But that was really just to get experience and deal with better and faster cars, just to see how I could race with them.
Now, as far as racing, from obviously you're going from dirt to Pavement, what so you basically kind of talked about it's 150 laps. I mean, power steering, you got power steering in your midget, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And then, so are you as tired after? So which is more tiring, a 30 lap midget race or a 150 lap stock car race?
It's honestly crazy, but you're way more tired after a dirt race than a stock car. But they're also 2 different types of tired. Like I feel like in a Pavement car, you're consistent, you're running your line. Mm-hmm. Like a dirt, it's like you're like giving it 110% every lap. Like you're doing something different every lap. Like it's crazy. Mm-hmm. And you're wearing yourself out like faster. And I feel like Pavement, it's more like, okay, calm yourself down, like slow your heartbeat down, like just slow down and just finish the race. Just do what you got to do to just keep yourself calm and collected.
That makes sense. It seems like the Pavement stuff's more of a marathon.
Yeah, I see it being more of a mental game, like wearing down your mental aspect of it, especially for the 150 laps and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, so what's it been like since you joined Keith Kunz Motorsports and stuff, and how big of a learning curve did you have coming from the micros, going into the midgets and stuff like that, and of course coming in under the names like Larson Bell and Rico and stuff like that. Those are some big names, and I know you got some big shoes to fill. So what was it like? How were the nerves coming into that kind of environment?
So my first race with Keith Kunz, I was so nervous. I literally made myself sick just from my nerves. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like what I dreamed of ever since I was little. I was like, I want to do good. I want to impress everybody. I just want to go out there and have fun and do what I can do. And so I was definitely nervous to start. It's definitely cooled down a lot. I'm a lot more relaxed with them now. I'm just okay, I know the ropes. I know what they expect. I know what I can do. So it's just a matter of staying focused, staying on your game, and just doing the best you can. And it's just super cool to just be a part of Keith Kunz Motorsports. I think that's the coolest thing in the world to me, because that's like probably one of the best midget teams out there. I honestly believe.
I would agree with
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of other teams that are great, but it seems like
Yeah.
they've always been the top tier. You're
Yeah.
gonna have the best equipment every single weekend. So it's like
Oh yeah, for sure. They
there's
take
never
good
a
care of
doubt.
all of their
Yeah,
cars.
oh, yeah, there's never a doubt in that category as far as that. You just gotta show up and drive. And like you said, that would make me nervous as hell right there is
Mm-hmm.
you have the best equipment and the best drivers around you. So
Yeah.
all the
Yeah,
pressure's
for sure.
almost on you. So
Yeah.
all right, Kyle, you got anything else to add on to
Yeah, the
any
whole
of the-
Keith Kunz
any
thing.
of the midget stuff?
So I like focusing on the midget stuff because I'm more of a dirt guy myself. The pavement stuff is very, very interesting. Don't get me wrong. So like right now, are you going to be still running the midget also?
Yes, I am. I'm just not going to make every single weekend, but I'm going to
Okay.
definitely be at quite a bit of shows. I'm going to be at Sweet Springs this weekend.
Okay,
2-day
very
show.
cool. So whenever out of all the racetracks you've ever been to in the midget, what is your most favorite?
My most favorite, Lawrenceburg,
Really?
for sure.
Yeah, we
It's
just
so
talked about
fast.
Lawrenceburg last week.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
oh
we
my
did.
gosh, it is so much fun. Like I was just pacing around, like my first whenever I went out there for engine heat, I was pacing around, and it literally feels like you're in a bowl, and you can carry so much speed on that track. It's just absolutely insane to me. I loved it.
They
Oh,
throw
yeah.
some bomb slide jobs there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
gosh.
It's like
I
they
don't
started the
remember.
flag stand.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
it's so fun.
That track, oh man, that would scare me. I mean, I'm not big enough I'm too big of a pansy to run that. I see how rough that track gets sometimes, and it looks sketchy. But like you said, it's like a bowl, and I bet it's
Yeah.
fast as hell. So
Yeah, I threw a lot of slide jobs that race. Like, it is so fun to throw sliders. Like, I'm like an adrenaline junkie. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like an absolute blast. So I fell in love with it for sure.
oh yeah.
So back to that
Oh.
thing. How many pavement races do you think you're going to do this year?
I'm quite a bit, but
Right.
I'm probably going to say I'm probably going to do half and half midget,
Okay.
half pavement.
Right on. Very cool.
Who is it
Right.
now? The pavement car you're running for? Whose car is that exactly? Are you running for?
So that is Travis Sharp is my car owner. It's Racing Dynamics, and I've got quite a bit of races scheduled for him for the rest of the year, but I'm not sure what team it'll be next. I'm not sure if I can really say anything much on that, but I will be with someone else at the end of the year.
Okay.
We'll look forward to
Cool.
it. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Still kind of in the same series.
Yeah.
Okay.
for
very
sure.
cool.
I'll be mixing up between like pro lates and like super lates and stuff like that.
Well, there you have it.
All right, we're gonna go back and touch base on like the whole physical and mental aspect of the of how you prepare every week. Do you have any diet secrets that you could share with us fellow fat guys to maybe lose 5 to 75 pounds?
Well,
Or 100.
so
I mean,
something a little bit different about me. I don't eat gluten. I don't eat bread. I don't eat like any of that. Like I can't go to the store and get like chicken nuggets with like breaded chicken nuggets because I'm allergic to it. So like I'm like a completely different diet than most people, which is very inconvenient for being on the road.
That has to be terrible. Kyle, could you imagine living without chicken nuggets?
oh my
Oh.
gosh. No, it's tough.
Very sad.
I eat chicken nuggets probably 6 times a week.
Yeah, it's just really inconvenient for like, say I'm in an airport and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want something. I can't just go and get a pizza. It's like I have to like figure something out that doesn't have gluten. Or else I'm probably gonna be like throwing up that night.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
what's good about that is though I see a lot of restaurants kind of going towards that. Like that's kind of a
Yeah.
popular thing.
Yeah, it's getting a
Mhm.
lot more popular now. For sure.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I wish I could just be more strict on myself. It's always like I'd be like good for a day or two eating some good food, good protein and all that stuff, and then I'll have cookies at the house. And I have to have
Yeah.
ham cookies. So
Yeah,
go
I
up
was the
for it
same way.
sometimes.
Before I realized that I was celiac, which is allergic to gluten, I was like, okay,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna go get fast food 3 days a week or 5 days a week for every meal of the day. I was like, I'll be solid, I'll be good. And then I realized, no, that's why I don't feel good all the time. Like I'm allergic to half the stuff I'm eating. So it kind of
Yeah.
took me a little bit to like get in the rhythm of just eating healthier. And especially like once I started moving up and racing more, I was like, okay, I need to be a lot more physically fit than I am. So I've definitely been working on that a ton.
Yeah, it's almost a blessing in disguise then, because you don't have to worry
Honestly.
about getting sucked into the pizza
Yeah.
world. So
Yeah.
all right, let's go into some more
Maybe-
personal. Do what?
Well, that's probably why we're mid-pack cars. Every time.
That's why Kaylee shows up and kicks our ass all the
Yeah.
time. Yeah. It's like,
Chicken
man, you'd be
nuggets.
good
That's
on-
what it boils
you'd be
down
good
to.
on it. Yeah, just cutting out the chicken nuggets and French
Everything
fries.
else.
Yeah. I mean, we're okay when we race against like, your locals like Coben and stuff, but
Yeah.
Oh my
that's a whole
god.
different, that's a whole different story. We won't get into that. She doesn't
Us
know what we're
peasants.
talking. Us peasants.
Goodness.
Yeah. You know what? Pizza mid-pack. I'll take mid-pack. So let's
Yeah,
get into
anytime.
some more. Let's get into some more personal questions.
Okay.
What are some of your hobbies outside of racing? I heard through the grapevine that you and some guinea pigs. Maybe like you had some guinea pigs or something.
Yeah,
Can you tell us more
I
about
did have
that?
5 guinea pigs, and like I am the biggest animal lover you'll probably ever meet. So I've had birds, I've had guinea pigs, I've had bunnies, like everything you can think of, I've had. But with traveling so much, I can't take care of them the way they needed to be taken care of. So
Mhm.
I had to give them new owners, which is sad. But I feel like once I like find a place to settle down and like I'm consistently like doing something that I know like what my schedule will be like, I'm definitely gonna have like a total farm at my house. But I definitely love animals. I love to golf and I
Ooh.
love to go fishing. I normally throw the fish back, but it's still like really fun to go fishing. But yeah, I would say those are probably my 3 biggest things.
You like golfing? Me and Kyle's been golfing. What? We only went one time.
Yeah.
We're not very good, but
No, I think
it's definitely good
It's fun.
pastime.
Yeah,
I think
it's fun
whenever
to do.
Tyler and I go, we drink a lot more beer than we golf.
Yeah, I think yeah, I noticed a lot of people do that playing golf.
Yeah,
That's why we're
well,
mid-pack cars.
that's why we're mid-pack cars again. All right, so I guess we'll touch base on that was the hobbies. So you like golfing, like fishing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Food wise, I mean, since you're got your non-gluten stuff, what is some of the favorite foods that you have that you like to eat?
So I don't know if you've heard of this or not, but it's Herbalife Nutrition. And they have like a whole bunch of like different stores. Like if you just search in like Herbalife Nutrition into your GPS, like it'll pull up like just random stores. And it's pretty much a smoothie and a tea place where you can go in and like I'll get like a Reese's smoothie, but it's like healthy for you, but it tastes like amazing. Like I feel like I'm eating a Reese's and it's got like all the protein. So like after workout, I'll normally hit that place up. And then the tea, they have like hydration teas and then they can add like it's almost like coffee, but it's not coffee, but it just wakes you up and it just makes you more like alert, I guess. So I do absolutely love that. It's probably one of my favorites.
That's pretty awesome. I just went to a place. We have a place here in town called Blenders, but they kind of serve like the same type of deal. They have like the acais, like your teas, your herbal teas, your protein shakes and stuff like that. And I do
it's really
places
good.
like that. But I think we're actually supposed to get a Herbalife here in town, so I'm looking forward to that. I enjoy that kind of.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Enjoy that stuff a lot. So, well, we can't ask you favorite adult beverage because you're not that age. So we'll go on to the next question. Wing or non-wing?
Wing. I'm a big wing person over here. Like for sure. Like I want to get in a sprint car. I think we do have a ride this year, but it's just a matter of finding time to go run the wing sprint car. But definitely looking forward to that.
That's awesome. So who's ride? Can you say that? Whose ride that is that you?
I don't know if I can say that.
Okay.
I don't know if I can say, but it'll be at Knoxville in a 410.
What?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
We'll just have to have you back on the show again.
Yeah.
After that happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Because then we talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Rusty, I got a question if you don't mind.
For me or for her?
No, for her.
Good.
I don't really care about you.
I know you don't. You don't mean
Kaylee,
that though.
So Kaylee, I got a little niece and she's into like riding 4-wheelers. She loves racing. She loves everything about it. She looks at my old pictures and says, I want to do that. And so for little girls, you see them at the racetrack. What would you say to a young girl that wants to get into racing?
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely see a lot of that. I would say to a younger girl, that definitely wants to do something out of her comfort zone. I just want her to believe in herself. I want her to know that she can do anything she sets her mind to. Like just because you see most of the guys out here racing doesn't mean that a girl can't do it, because there's going to be that girl that is. Like I hope that one day whenever a girl sees me, I want them to think, oh, it's possible. Like a girl's doing it, I know I can do it too. And I really hope that I can encourage other girls that, just to show them it's possible.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Rusty, you want to add anything to that?
So your niece looks at your pictures and wants to be like you, or wants to race?
Mainly,
would
she
want to be
wants to
like
win.
you.
She doesn't really want
Oh,
to like be in the mid
yeah.
pack.
Yeah.
You need a short picture of Kaylee then. So
Yeah, that's
have a
what we
look.
need to do.
I gotcha. Anyways, real quick, what kind of music are you jamming to on your JBL headphones? What kind of music you like listening to while you're in the gym, while you're getting pumped up for a race?
So I have a whole playlist. It's literally like early 2000s, like just hip hop. And like, I'm obsessed with that, honestly.
Oh,
I'm really into like old school music. Like I'll listen to like 80s through like early 2000s rap. Like all of that stuff is like what I'm into. And then older country as well. That's like, I listen to a little bit of everything, so I can't pinpoint it exactly, but I'm definitely, it depends on my mood for sure.
On
I'm
race
everything.
day, what are you listening to?
Old rap.
Old rap, nice.
Yeah. I get pumped up.
Yeah, I'm an Ice Cube fan myself, so.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta get some Biggie on race day. Just get
I was
pumped up.
gonna say, I love Biggie. I just watched his documentary the other week. It was pretty good. Man, that's interesting because you're only 18, right? Aren't you? You're 18?
20.
20. I'm way off. I'm sorry.
It's fine because like a lot of people come up to me and they'll be like, "Oh wow, you drive a race car? Are you even old enough to have your license?" I'm like, yes, I promise I'm old enough to have my license. I'm way
That's
older than
hilarious.
16.
I'm complete opposite. They come up to me and go, "Wow, you're way too old to be in a race car." So
It's
I
the
feel your
hair.
pain.
It's the
It's
hair.
definitely the hair. What's one I'm wearing? It's gone.
So
But yeah, that's
Kaylee, now
pretty
that
awesome.
we're kind of wrapping up here, I have a rumor about a certain new sponsor that you
Oh, yeah.
just obtained. Is there any way you want to talk about that? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, for sure. Something that you guys will be seeing more often is I'll be doing a lot of streaming because my sponsor is iBuyPower, and they've sent me computers and a whole bunch of stuff to just start streaming my game. So you'll definitely see a whole lot more of that in the future, and I'm super pumped up about it.
So like what games are we going to see you play?
So Fortnite is probably my biggest one. I'm like obsessed with Fortnite, and I'm definitely on a Fortnite kick right now. So that'll probably be the main one right now. Probably some Call of Duty, maybe a little bit of iRacing, just stuff like that.
Yeah, I was actually too good for iRacing. They kicked me off.
I'm sure.
It's crazy.
For sure.
That's not true.
Well, that's awesome, Kaylee. That's great. I'm glad to see you succeeding, and I can't wait to see what the future holds with you. We're all backing you, and we're right behind you.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Hey, if anybody wants to go buy some Kaylee merchandise, where can they find that at?
On my Facebook page, I have a link to my merchandise, my Shopify.
All right, cool deal. Everybody check that out.
Yeah.
Real quick, I had one more question. Just off the wall, dream car in the future, like when you're in NASCAR and you can afford any dream car that you want. What is your dream car?
That's a tough one. Really tough. I would probably have some type of Toyota sports car, for sure.
I was gonna say, I myself own a Toyota style car. It's a Lexus actually, but I figured that you would have to say Camry or 4Runner just because of the TRD thing.
I'm going for the total sports car over here. I'm sure awesome. Toyota's got something super souped up I could use.
Just own them all.
Like a Supra. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Just
I totally work one of those around.
Awesome. Well, I think that's pretty much all we have for you. Like I said, once again, I appreciate having you on, and it's been fun. Kyle, you got anything else to add?
No, Kaylee, it was great. This was a great interview. This last part, we kind of give you the floor to kind of thank sponsors or do whatever you want to do. So you just go right ahead.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for having me on. And I think the biggest thing for sure helping me get to where I am now is Toyota Racing, everybody at Keith Kunz Motorsports, JBL Audio, Mobile One, iBuyPower, Logitech. I just can't thank all those guys for just letting me live out my dream.
That's awesome. Well, thank you again for coming and joining us. It was great.
Thank you guys.
Hey, good luck this year, and kick everyone's ass except for mine. You plan on coming to Marion this year anytime?
Absolutely.
You gonna do any micro? All right, take it easy on me. So I appreciate it. Hey,
thank you guys.
again, Kaylee.
Bye.